John here. So in this video I want to show you a thing that I like to do when I'm practicing arpeggios, and I do this for two reasons. Number one, it keeps me more focused. Number two, it relieves the boredom a bit, because depending on what progression you choose, or it's not even a progression here, it's just going to be two different chords we're going to go between, or two different arpeggios. You can get, more interesting sound than just repeating the same arpeggio over and over and over again. And also you get a bit of extra practice on a different shape as well. So you can do this with pretty much any two chords, and of course you can extend it as well, but I think if you extend it too much, you might run into issues with you have to spend more time remembering the progression than actually being able to focus on the technique work at hand. Both are important, of course, because you sort of use different brain muscles when you do it, but just in terms of getting good reps in for a particular shape or sequence, I think it's good to alternate between two chords. So the two chords that I chose for this example was A minor into F minor. This is called a chromatic mediant, and you hear this a lot in Danny Elfman's music, for example. So first step, let's start with arpeggio for the first one. So let's use this shape. And you have the tabs available on my Patreon as usual. So I'm just going to work on the 5-string arpeggios now. So I'm doing this. So it's a second inversion A minor. And then I repeat that once or twice, and then I go into the closest available F minor in this case. So that's going to be this one here, a root position F minor. So if I repeat it twice in each arpeggio, it's going to sound like this. And once I've done that, I usually go up to the next set of inversions. So if I have this one, I go up to the next available A minor. So I actually get the same shape. The root position that I had for the F will now be the root position here for the A minor. Then we have and this one is kind of tricky for most people, myself included, because you have a lot of barring. So it's basically like a 6-string bar chord, but you don't play the 6th string. You play this note here instead. So you got. So that's the first inversion, F minor. Again, going between them like that, and then the last example. Then now I'm gonna get the horrible version of the A minor instead. Whoops. Now I get the second inversion of the F minor. So I do that, and obviously I spend longer in each position, and usually I would do it slower and maybe try different subdivisions and all kinds of different practice tools that I talked about before. And then I would turn the whole thing around, meaning I would start on the lowest pitch of each arpeggio and make the switch there instead. So start back down here again. So it's a different feel. And do that throughout the whole thing. So and the last one. So you can obviously do this with any type of shape as well. So if we take the 3-string arpeggio instead, so let's do A minor to F minor again, we would have this. You can even combine them, so you go. So you can try this out with whatever type of arpeggio you're working on right now. So just take that standard arpeggio and then find a progression that you like, or a 2-chord sequence that you like the sound of. So like I said, it doesn't have to be exactly what I did here. I just tend to enjoy these sounds. One more example could be if we do major, for example. Let's do A major to E flat major. Again, we have to get that sci-fi sound. So that would be A major here. Then we have the closest E flat here. And you find the next inversion. I just did 1 rep here, but usually I would do 2 for each shape. And the final one. So you can experiment with this stuff, and I think it's a great way of getting used to a new shape, or just getting more reps in on something that you want to improve upon, or just keep your chops intact. But you don't need to choose these kind of chord changes where it's like sci-fi-esque or whatever. It's just what I enjoy. But it's a good idea as well to take any kind of harmonize the major scale, and then go between the 1 chord and the 2 chord, and then the 1 chord and the 3 chord, 1 and 4, 1 and 5, and so on. So you can sort of systematically go through all these possible combinations, and that will really set you up for playing longer arpeggiated sequences, because then you basically worked on all the smaller pieces already, so it's just about putting it all together. So give that a try, let me know how it goes, and see you in the next one. Back in the day, I used to have real issues with fast alternate picking when it came to 2 notes per string. I was fine with 3 notes per string, but the 2 notes per string thing was a bit harder to crack. So if you struggle with fast alternate picking as well, and you don't know what to practice or for how long, I created the perfect solution for you in the form of the Pentatonic Picking Power Book. So in this book, you'll find a daily workout that will not only help your pentatonic picking, but will also upgrade your overall alternate picking technique. So it contains basically the same exercises I use myself to develop my picking abilities, as well as numerous students over the years that I've given the same exercise to with great results. So I know these exercises work as long as you put in the work. So it's not a quick solution or quick fix. It will still take a lot of work, but at least you have a very easy to follow routine. So if you're up for a big alternate picking upgrade in 2024, I cannot think of a better start. It's $9 and I think it's very underpriced, but I did it that way just so as many people as possible could be helped by this. So check that out.